Hey, what's up guys? Nick at Night here. Today we're jumping into some Clash Royale replays that I just recently recorded right before this episode here, and we are in Arena 4 P.E.K.K.'s Playhouse. Now, the deck that I'm going to be going over today is one that I've just been playing around with around the 1300 to 1400 trophy range, and it's a little bit absurd, mostly because it's like a 4.8 or 5.1 deck. So that's the average elixir cost, and this thing is beefy. However, it's kind of worked against the right opponent. Now I'm going to jump into the breakdown of which cards are good against which and why I chose some of the ones I did. But in the beginning here, I actually changed the deck a little bit from this replay to the last replay, and we rank up to the next arena. So you're going to get to see Arena 5 right after we beat Arena 4 and progress through this. So right here, we're currently matched up with someone we're both level 6s, and what I use in this deck, basically what makes it so expensive, is a bunch of epics. I use the P.E.K.K.A, I use the baby dragon, I'm rocking the giant skeleton, I've got the balloon, and there are some flaws, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the units in the deck are single shot, like they'll target one unit, they're not splash. A lot of them they can be distracted, and a lot of this deck kind of lacks a alluring card is basically the biggest problem with it. So if you see a prince or you see like that hog rider, which you really can't stop, like a skeleton army is probably your best bet there, but you can see he has a lot of little cards, so it's going to make it kind of tough for me to figure out how to play this one. My giant skeleton, I more often than not, I like to get him in there offensively, but I find myself with this deck having to use him defensively quite a bit. Now I actually modified it right after the last replay in this video because I started losing a whole bunch, but you're going to see it actually do pretty well here, and then people just kind of, you know, if they have spawners or stuff, it gets kind of tough to use this deck. But the cards that I drop have so much health and deal a lot of damage, and there's actually a really good, you know, synergy between a lot of them, which I want to talk about. So right now you can see I have that giant skeleton, I got the prince pushing him up, and then I've got that baby dragon there as well. So the giant skeleton, all you have to do is just like get it to a tower. If he just dies at the tower, the enemy tower, I threw a missile there, I didn't even need to shoot that rocket off. Right here, the hog rider, what I was talking about, I have nothing to really defend it that well, so I have to drop my giant skeleton. Luckily though, the hog rider won't target him, so he still remains at full health when he's going in for the attacking part. What I generally do though is like this. So I'm rocking the Inferno Tower, right? Which is great for the giant, but then the Goblin Barrel that I dropped was actually a good counter for the skeletons with the Hog Rider jumping over the lava in the middle. So the Goblin Barrel will deal that splash damage on impact, which is enough to kill a skeleton, and then they're better one-on-one than the skeletons with their melee damage. So you have to just kind of think on the fly with it and get creative with what you're going to distract like princes or kill hog riders with. This guy had a pretty good counter to my deck, however I was able to pull out a W on that one and get a win. Let's move on to the next one. So we're still in P.E.K.K.'s Playhouse Arena 4, and you can see rank 417 on the side. I'm not sure if the replays show it when you load the replay what rank you currently are or when the replay happened. Now this guy was a little bit lower than me, but he's using a spawner, and like I said, that was one of the harder things for me to deal with, so let's see how we can react to someone using a bunch of cheap troops. His deck, when I'm just looking at it, which is a cool part of watching replays because you normally can't see like what their thought process was selecting troops. It's pretty cool to see what they're thinking as I deploy different things. I still have the prince, I still have that rocket, but in the next one, I'm actually going to get rid of the rocket and change up the deck, and that's when it actually, I think, starts to shine a little better. It does a little, I use this replay here as kind of a learning experience. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my P.E.K.K.A down. She's going to take her sweet time charging up. I think it's like a 1.5 seconds deployment time. It feels like forever because it goes around pretty slow. I think it's the longest deployment time. But the baby dragon and P.E.K.K.A, I really like how they work together because the P.E.K.K.A will target anything, which is kind of good, so she could actually make it up. I'm just saying she because in Clash of Clans it's a her. So right here, the P.E.K.K.A is going to go in, and it's targeting everything, but the baby dragon shoots faster, so it can eliminate those skeletons that are coming out, because the P.E.K.K.A has a really slow attack speed, and when you pair that with a troop that can deal some splash damage, they're a lot better. So right now they don't actually make it all the way to the tower, but you know, they're able to take out the witch. They took out a bunch of different troops that were going to be in their way, and overall, we're currently up. I've got about both of his towers at half health, and he has one of mine at about to be half, but, you know, I'll take that for the amount of progress we've made on his base so far. So the Inferno Tower, that's kind of like the ultimate troll. It's like, right now, everyone kind of hates it kind of thing. But how this game's going to work, if you have the game, if you guys don't have the game, my video on my channel, in the Clash Royale playlist that this video will be posted in. If you just go to my playlist, Clash Royale, you'll find it. It talks about how you can get the game. You basically just have to switch your region or make a new Apple ID, and then you can download the game, switch it right back, and when it comes out globally, your progress will be synced with Game Center. It's really not too hard to do. A simple Google search will tell you how to make a new Apple ID for whatever region. You just type in, like, how to make Canadian Apple ID. Boom. So right here, the Inferno Tower, like I was saying, is kind of the ultimate troll right now. People are seeing it as like, oh, he's got an Inferno Tower. I mean, it is good, yeah, but it can be easily countered with a mass quantity of troops. Luckily, though, like, he's got the arrows, and that's really, I think he just shot him off right there as well. It's not going to do anything to all my, like, epics, because they're all high hit point, high damage, and just slow, tanky troops. It's like the most tanky, heavy army you could ever imagine. You can build a little more intensive one. You could put down like a barb spawner as well. That would be a 7 elixir card, and then you could almost get your deck, I think, up to like an average of 6 something, but I'm chilling at 5-1, I think, with this strat. And that's a little absurd. Right there, the balloon gets all the way to the King Tower. I throw the goblins just as a slap in the face, and we get a nice win right there. Oh wait, his name's Warriors as well. That was their clan name had Warriors as well. That's interesting. Anyway, we're currently first in the US at the time of recording this. I wonder how we'll be when I post it. We'll see. The game changes like overnight because there's people just joining every day. So here we go. We got Lord Fly. The replays show the verbal emotes, but they don't show the expression ones because I shoot everybody who I play normally. Good luck. And then I do the thumbs up guy. So that's normally my go-to. Right here, we've got the Inferno Tower cooking down that giant. He won't even get a shot off, but the bomber gets a couple. The bomber's underrated. He will do some decent damage, but at the higher levels, I just don't tend to see him as much. Right there, I have a balloon and a goblin barrel, both doing a ton of damage to 2 towers, and I looked at his side. He was trying to decide what to do, and so I hit him with a well played right there because he took his sweet time deploying that prince and balloon. And he didn't throw arrows on my goblins, but I guess he didn't care. So right now you're seeing me, I'm a 6, I'm taking on a level 7. If you're a lower level than someone, don't let that deter you. Just because someone maybe dropped some gems or got some extra cards or something, you're totally still able to compete. As you can see, when you rank up just 1 level, yeah, your arena towers and king tower, they will get a little more damage and a little more health, but it's not really too much of a game changer. If there's a 3 level difference, that's when things kind of just, yeah. Because to get their 3 levels higher, they must have massively upgraded cards than you, and their towers are just going to probably have an extra like 200 health and maybe an extra like 100 damage. I'm not sure exactly numbers yet because the game is so new, but keep it in mind. But watch here as this unfolds. So you can see this guy, he's got the musketeer, he's got that musketeer ready. Is he going to drop it or what's he going to do? He's changing the balloon? No, he dropped the musketeer, but he put it next to my Inferno Tower, which is just going to melt it. I kind of get what he was going for, but I'm going full offense, and he's trying to go full offense as well. Right now I have not that much elixir. I just deployed a baby dragon, and then the Inferno Tower runs out of health, and the giant comes out, so I do a defensive goblin barrel, which is kind of strange. Overall, he must have not have been watching very closely, but 3 epics took out his king tower like nothing. So Lord Fly, thank you for those trophies, bro. So right now we're at 1409 in the P.E.K.K.A. Playhouse. And what are we going to do now? So the goblin spawner, hit him with a good luck, hit him with the thumbs up. I think this guy was all emotes, if I remember correctly. So we're not going to see any of them on the replay. Maybe that could be a good new feature for an update. There's plenty of updates, plenty of new achievements, plenty of new things they can add, even like Clan Wars, but the game is so new, so let's just let it play itself out and see how it gets developed. It is its very own team at Supercell, not affiliated with any other team. They all have their own office spaces, guys, so some days they probably don't even talk to their teams except at lunch, so we'll see how the game gets developed. Here we go. I changed up my deck a little bit on this one, so we've got, I got rid of, what did I get rid of? It was one thing oh, the rocket. I don't have that rocket in there anymore. I still have the prince, but I think we're going to ditch him in the next one, and that's probably my best replay. It's literally amazing. So the last one, I was 1 level up on a guy, or he had a level on me. He was a 7, I was a 6. This one I got matched against a 5. I see most people in the game this time of progress around 6, so it's pretty fair to be right at like a level 6. Here we go. We got the giant. I have my P.E.K.K.A down. The P.E.K.K.A is going to slice into that giant, and I'm super glad that he's targeting the giant because if he targeted something else, that could have got nasty real quick. The baby dragon trying his best to take out whatever he can. The spear goblins are going to do a decent amount of damage, but the baby dragon's got it. Look at that. He's popping on those skeletons like it's 1984. And then the giant skeleton just a slap in the face, coming in hot right now, and he's like, I'm coming in. I actually took a screenshot because the P.E.K.K.A, the baby dragon, and the giant skeleton, all of those work so well together for multiple reasons. If the giant skeleton leads the charge and dies, if he's at the tower right there, he was just shy of it, that mega bomb he drops can just wreck people. The balloon comes in last when there's nothing that can target him, so he can just cruise right up to that tower and drop at least 1 or 2 bombs. His bomb that he drops only does about 100 damage, whereas my giant skeleton at level 2 will do more like 600 damage when that mega bomb goes off. Once again, we're playing defense now, so the Inferno Tower is going to melt that giant. Normally, a minion horde that you see right there will take out a baby dragon if they meet in the middle, because the baby dragon only hits the front 3 and then the back 3 once the front 3 are killed. But when I have my my Inferno and my tower as well paired with it, this is just chaos now. We've got skeletons coming out of their base, goblins coming out of mine. We take 2 towers, 24 seconds left, and this is what I love. So see how many cards he's deployed a ton. Spear goblins, regular goblins. The skeleton spawner got built up right there, and my 1 card destroys all of it. So it's all about making, you know, a 6 card take out 10 of their elixir. You really have to just keep the elixir balance going. Right there, this guy's sitting on 10. I don't know what he's doing. He's not deploying anything. Put something down, bro. I think he just knows it's over. And right there, spawners are good, but, you know, even with a deck that I said was bad against spawners, we managed to beat him. He was 1 level down. So here we go. The Feast de Resistance. The 6 versus the 8. And we are in the next arena, baby. This is arena number 5. And things get crazy up here. So right off the bat, he throws the Expo down. He's like, yo, deal with this. So I put that Inferno Tower down, melt it. The only thing I could have done a little better than that would have been throwing down, like, Spear Goblins if I had them. Ooh, sorry, I got a burp. And then throwing the Inferno Tower down so you get that Expo, look right over at the Spear Goblins, then the Inferno Tower melts it, you're like, boom, hit him with a good game right off the bat. Here, he throws down a level 6 Inferno Tower. I'm like, dude, man, I know he's 2 levels up, but man, you guys, this is like a difference of a couple $100 at least to get from level 6 to level 8, because it's 1,000 XP to upgrade from 6 to 7, and you only get about 25 XP from even getting like a level 3 rare or epic or something. So this guy must have just dropped bank, and we're gonna show him that that's not everything. So my balloon goes in just uninhibited, just destroying that tower. And it just completely takes it out. I had nothing else to say there. I just wanted to watch the balloon do it. So I'm using my giant skeleton on defense. He does have a level 4 prince, which is pretty beefy. He throws down his goblin barrel, which spawns level 10 goblins onto my tower. And that's dirty. It does do about half health. So I have to keep in mind that he does have that goblin barrel for the rest of this match. Now, here comes a level 3 balloon. I think ours is only level 2, but that's alright. We got a level 2 baby dragon. I don't have my balloon up yet. I wouldn't want to drop it even if I did. Inferno Tower will quickly melt it down, but it does get 1 bomb off, and then its second bomb does about 150. There we go, the baby dragon on the right side. Does he have the barrel? On his screen, no, it's not even next up. So it's good to watch replays because you know how the rotation of cards goes. So you're always going to get all 8 before you get the repeating version of the all 8, but it is randomized each time it comes through. Here we go, I've got my P.E.K.K.A, and it's 60 seconds left. This deck lives for the double elixir or double XP period. So right now we got our P.E.K.K.A on the ground on the left. I got that giant skeleton. I actually... Level 4? I mean, come on, dude. You have a level 4? I shouldn't have dropped my giant skeleton right there because my Inferno was going to burn him down anyway, and then I could have had him go in with full health. But right here, the Expo is going to look at what? Oh, the giant skeleton. That's actually okay. We got a mini P.E.K.K.A, a P.E.K.K.A, a baby dragon, spear goblins. We're going to burst down the Expo, burst down the Inferno Tower. 30 seconds left. Take out the actual tower with the P.E.K.K.A that still has like 1/10 of its health. And we're onto the King Tower now. I've got my Goblin Barrel Goblins destroying. And we are getting really close here, guys. We've got the balloon. He's Goblin Barreling me. He's going offense. I'm going offense. And we get the 3-star win. The 3-crown win. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This deck is absolutely absurd. It's crazy, it's heavy, it's very elixir intensive, and as always, for more Clash Royale, you know what to do because you're already doing it. Keep it tuned right here. I'm Nick at Night, and I'll talk to you guys in the next episode.